Hi, this is Pastor Tyler Baker of Valiant Baptist Church, and we are located in the Jacksonville, Florida area. This is going to be part 2 of my video series wherein I am rebuking and debunking the cult of the Black Hebrew Israelites. Now, of course, they are a cult that exalts the black race. They're African Americans that try to exalt their own race or their own skin color, that being black or something is special is what they'll teach, which is ridiculous and foolish, like they did anything or earned that in the first place. And they claim that God blesses them and only blesses the black man. What kind of sadistic, weirdo, freak God do you serve?
Hurt. Okay, these Edomites are hurt. Okay, look in his eyes, he's hurt. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom, to you, sincere Akim, and also first and foremost, I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, sincere brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this is just another Edomite that's hurt at the fact that we're the Israelites and he's an Edomite, man. Okay? The truth is cutting these devils to the heart, man, and they can't sleep. They can't eat. All right? All they do every day is think about the truth. Think about the Israelites, man. All right? You see? Because the scripture says what? That this word is as a two-edged sword, cutting even the soul asunder. Right? So how much more does it cut the wicked? Because Esau, the Edomites, which are these so-called white people, according to the Bible, they're the wicked. All right? So how much more does it cut them when we bring out this truth? You know? He started off with pure lies. Okay? He started off with pure lies. First and foremost, we don't say that we're blessed because we're black. Okay? First of all, we're not black. All right? We're different shades of brown, from a dark brown to a light brown. Okay? As are every other nation except for the Edomites. The so-called Chinese go from a dark brown to a light brown. And you have a lot of pale ones as well because they mix with Edomites. Okay, but you still have those dark brown so-called Chinese, which are the Moabites. The East Indians, they go from a dark brown to a light brown. All right, the Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Arabs, they go from a dark brown to a light brown. Every other nation has that characteristic because that is a natural trait of a human being. Okay? What we're saying is that we are the descendants of the Israelites. We come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, which is the seed of the promise. Because why? We fit all the prophecies. Right? We fit the descriptions. Everything, the archaeological evidence points to us. Everything points to us, man. All right? And this Edomite is hurt based upon the truth. Okay, matter of fact, and he's going to start to spew more madness. But, let's get Psalms real quick, because that guy you see on the screen, he's nothing more than an Edomite, man. All right, and he doesn't want to accept his judgment. He doesn't want to accept his future, but he's going to be forced to accept it. This is Psalms 58. Matter of fact, this is Psalms 58 and verse 3. And it says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear." All right? Which means they don't want to hear the truth, man. They stop their ear. They put their hands over their ears so they don't hear the truth. They have selective hearing. Okay, that's why he said we believe only the black man will be saved. When do we say that, man? When you look at the 12 tribes chart that we show, it shows so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans on it, man. And we also do teach that there's Israelites that look like all different nations. Even Israelites that look like the devil, okay, look like Edomites and look like so-called Chinese, because we were scattered amongst all these different nations. You see, so it's through the Spirit that we're the Israelites. It's not based upon carnality because we're black. Don't you know that the Hamites are black? The so-called East Africans, we don't claim them, okay, because they're not Israelites. Just like you, Mr. What's your name? Whatever, Tyler. This devil's name. Well, let me pull up the. This devil's name is Tyler Baker, man. Okay, you are an Edomite. If you're watching this video, you are an Edomite. You're not an Israelite, okay? And you can't convert into being an Israelite. You could only be what you were created to be, and that's the Edomite, right? The devil that the Bible speaks of. So let's play a little bit more of this devil.
And they claim that God blesses them and only blesses the black man. What kind of sadistic, weirdo, freak God do you serve? These idiots are commenting all over my YouTube channel, and they're just displaying their lack of education. They're showing their ignorance and their stupidity, their lack of understanding of the Bible. And that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. How stupid the black Hebrew Israelites are when it comes to interpreting the Bible. Not only that, I'm going to be showing you that the black Hebrew Israelites are a sham. And I'm going to be proving without a shadow of a doubt that the Israelites from the Bible, the biblical Israelites, were not black, but actually...
The Hebrew Israelites are a sham, right? Who have we swindled out of money, man? Okay, our apostles and elders don't ask us for no money. They've been teaching before they've been receiving any financial gain whatsoever. Okay, right? So what is this guy talking about, man? Who have we scammed? Well, the Christian church can't say that, because you got pastors all over the globe into so-called Christianity, right? Who are robbing the congregation, man, asking for jets. Okay, so they're trying to get their jets funded. We don't deal with that. We don't ask for money. All right, a lot of times we'll turn down money, man. I've turned down money on the streets from brothers trying to offer money. Okay, there's nothing wrong with us accepting money either. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, we're not out there for that. That's not our main goal. Okay, we're gonna be out there whether people give us the paper or not. But you can't say that for Christianity, right? For these so-called Christians, because what are they doing? Let's go to Let me jump. Let me open up another tab here. Okay, because they're historic for that, man. All right, and we're not Christians, man. We're the Israelites of the Bible, man. Okay, Christian goes back to Christ, which goes back to Christos, which is a Greek word. All right, which the Lord was not Greek, so why would he call himself Christos? Okay, and one thing you'll notice about these guys too, man, they don't bring out scriptures, man. They don't be bringing out scriptures, man. They just be they like to talk a lot, man. You know, but us here, especially at Great Millstone, man. And the Hebrew Israelites in general, we bring out all kinds of scriptures, man. Right. Okay, this is Titus 1 in verse 11. No, I started 1 and 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, right? And whose household have we subverted, man? Right? We haven't subverted anyone's household. Okay? Teaching things which they ought not, which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake, which means they're doing it for money. All right? We're not doing this thing for money. Okay? But I'm sure that if you ask the majority of these Christians, man, right, their pastors are basically forcing them to give money, man. All right? They have the plate passing around every hour, trying to get donations, while the congregation is suffering, but the pastor is driving in a Bentley. Okay, let's play some more of this devil.
They were white. Not only that, I'm going to be proving to you that Jesus was not black, but guess what? Jesus was white.
Oh boy, here we go. Now this devil, he's going a step further to say that the Israelites are white, and that the one you call Jesus Christ is white, right? Which is complete blasphemy, man. Right? And really, he doesn't even really believe that. He's just the devil, so he's willing to lie and say anything. Let's continue.
Black, but guess what? Jesus was white. Jesus was a white man. His head and his hairs were white like wool. And then they stop right there and then they say this. Now, this is what I've heard a few times. So what is wool like? Well, look at sheep's wool. How is it? It's kinky. So what's the Bible saying? It's saying Jesus has kinky hair. He's got hair like mine. And then they'll look at their own hair. I saw a guy do that one time. That's not what this is saying, moron. That's not at all what this is teaching. It says this, Revelation 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So what is it telling you about his hair that's like wool? It says that it's white like wool. Now, does that mean that it's like wool in every way? No. No, it does not. About his hair that's like wool. It says that it's white like wool. Now, does that mean that it's like wool in every way? No. No, it does not. It's specifically telling you that it's white like wool. For example, if I told you that my car was as black as coal, am I telling you that the texture of my car feels like coal? No, I'm telling you that it's black.
This Edomite is stupid, man. Okay, this, but he's just hurt, man. That's the bottom line, man. Okay, it says wool. It says like wool because it's referring to the texture, like the brother just posted, right? But then it says white as snow, describing the color. You see? But okay, you want to have that one? You could try and say that. If you want to say that, you could try and say that, right? Because these devils are going to find any type of crevice to slither through. But at the end of the day, we know the truth. The people who the Lord is dealing with, we know the truth. That the Lord had white woolly hair, all right? And that's what it means when it says white like wool and as white as snow. That the snow is what is referred to as the color. The wool is not referred to as the color. Okay? You see? Because not all wool is white, first and foremost. You have sheep that are brown. You have sheep that with spots on them, man. All right? You'll be lucky to find a sheep that's purely white. Okay? But will this devil know that? This devil doesn't know that. Because he's just spewing out his emotions because he's hurt. This is Jeremiah 14 and verse 2. All right, so let's hear you break down this one. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2, and it says, Judah mourneth, and Judah is the head tribe of the nation of Israel, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. So right there is telling you that the Jews, the head tribe, which is Judah, which the Lord came out of, by the way, that tribe is black. All right, so-called black. When you look up that word black, it's going to be Quadar. Let's see. Yep, Quadar, which means dark skin, dark complexion. Right? Esau might go off with that, but we know when you go to Quadar, it means it's speaking about skin color. Okay? Right? Esau goes off, he says to mourn, to be dark. Yeah, to be dark, which means skin color. All right? But Esau's gonna, is gonna try and push his whatchamacallit, his propaganda out there. He doesn't really know what's going on. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, to be of a dirty blackish color, as of a sunburnt skin. See, that's the devil. All right, that's the devil putting the dirty blackish color. No, that's in sunburnt skin, right? Which means sun-kissed skin, not sunburnt skin. All right, because it just means dark skin. That's what the word Quadar means. Okay, that's why you had a son of Ishmael, which was Quadar, right? Which means dark skin, because he was most likely very dark in complexion, so they called him Quadar. All right. Now, let's get back to this video. Okay. See, let's play just a little bit more of this
devil. The way in which Jesus' hair was similar to wool is that it's white, and it explains that to you. It tells you that. Chapter number 1, verse number 5, it says this: I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Now, see, they'll stop right there and they'll say, see, Solomon is black. I can't tell you how many times I have heard black Hebrew Israelites say in videos, preaching on street corners to masses of people, to numerous people at least, and saying, see, Solomon was black and Solomon was of the tribe of Judah. Therefore, Jesus is black. I'm not kidding you. Now, if you have any intelligence at all, let's say this, if you have any knowledge of the book of Song of Solomon, then you would be aware that this is not Solomon that's speaking right now. This is actually Solomon's wife. So that just shows...
No, it's not Solomon's wife. Okay? The Songs of Solomon, which are Solomon's. That's what it says at the beginning of the book. It says the Songs of Solomon, which are Solomon's. Okay? Solomon wrote that, man. He wrote that in a lot of senses in poetic form, speaking of the truth. Okay, referring to the truth as either a woman, or sometimes he refers to the truth as a man. Okay, you see. So you don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. It's not written by Solomon. Which woman is gonna write a book? Which they had women scribes back then? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. The boy didn't write her own book, all right. Susanna didn't write her own book. Ruth didn't write that book. Men scribe, man. Women do not scribe. They're not scribes, especially back then. Okay, nowadays yes, but back then no, they weren't. So what are you talking about, man? All right. This guy, he's just trying to find anything, and we've heard that before. That type of argument before, which is false. If you just use common sense, man. It tells you that it's the songs of Solomon, which means it's Solomon's songs. Solomon wrote the songs, and then after it goes a step further. It says which are Solomon, so you know it's coming from King Solomon. All right, but he wouldn't understand the parabolic thought. Why? Because he's an Edomite, and Edomites are carnal, man. They can't receive spiritual things.
Shows that they don't even have the education of a third grader. They have a reading comprehension of a child, because it's not Solomon. It is Solomon's wife that is speaking. But not only that, that's not what's very interesting about this particular passage, because this passage actually proves that she is not black. She is not an African American woman, or she is not the color of those that are black, that we would call black, that live in America even, which are African Americans. No, she's explaining that she is black because she has been affected by something. Something has affected her and changed her natural color, and she's explaining that she has darker skin now because the very next verse, it says this in Song of Solomon chapter 1 verse 6. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me, and then it goes on and so forth and so forth. So notice the verse right before it again. Look at Lamentations chapter number 4.
So he's this dummy is trying to say that this dummy, this idiot, and he's trying to call people stupid, and he would go as far as to say something as ridiculous as that. He's saying that she was a so-called white woman, or whatever, right? Whatever nation she was, right? A so-called white woman, because he's trying to say the Lord is white and the Israelites were white, right? But she turned black from the sun, from being sunburnt. So, okay. I never heard of that happening before. I never seen that happen to an Edomite. You Edomites do not turn black. You don't even turn brown. You turn red when you get sunburned, man. The hell are you talking about, man? So that just shows he's the devil, man. All right. Oh boy. Okay, let's go. This is an example of some sunburnt Edomites. Okay, get red. Just how Esau is described in the scriptures as red. Look at this one, completely dark red. This is red. This is sunburn, man. And then they get these yellow bubbles, man, on their fucking skin, man. It shows you these devils are cursed, man. Look at that. These devils are cursed, man. I remember first time I saw an Edomite with that, man, I was like, what the hell is that, man? He's like, oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's how. I'm like, we were Jakes. We were looking like, what the hell are you talking about, man? All right. We thought they were aliens, man. Look at this. Red. I don't see none of these pictures are showing anyone that's so-called black. All right. None of them turn black. But you're saying that the wife of Solomon, right, which is really King Solomon who wrote that, right? Somehow she turned black, right, and from getting sunburned, but all you other Edomites turn red, right? But we're the ones that are uneducated and have no common sense. You see, this is why you don't listen to Edomite, man. This is why you can't take anything that Edomite says seriously, man. All right, you just got to look at these Edomites as wicked seeds that cannot do right, man. All right. I mean, at that point, man, I'm just gonna close the video, man, because you can go on for months debunking the madness that this guy says, and maybe I might do another video on it. But this devil's through. You see, he's hurt. All right, and all these Edomites are hurt because of the truth. But that's not gonna stop the prophecies, man. We are the Israelites, point blank. Period. We proved it many times. Going from all you got to do is read Deuteronomy 28 to 68, man. That's a clear indicator of who the Israelites are, and it says that would be a sign upon the Israelites. So the Israelites have to be going through those curses, man. You see, right? And then another point you'd see, they were known as Egyptians, man. You had Moses who was raised up as the son of Pharaoh. And the Egyptians, we know the ancient Egyptians were what? So-called black people. Well, they're Hamites. They're from the seed of Ham. And you Edomites teach that all the Hamites are so-called Africans, are so-called black people. Which you're right on that. They are so-called black people. All right? Which are the Hamites. All right? Which are not those Arabs that are in Egypt today. All right? Because these devils, man, they like to change their lies when it fits them. Okay? They like to change things whenever it suits them. Now all of a sudden they're trying to say, oh, well, the Egyptians were white. Look at Cleopatra. First of all, Cleopatra was an Edomite implant that was put in there from the time of when the Greeks were in power, man. She comes from the line of Ptolemy. She doesn't come from the line of the ancient pharaohs, right? When you go back to the time of Moses, those Egyptians that were there at that time were those super dark, super tall Hamites, okay, so-called African, which today they'll be known as the Sudanese, man. And you look at Bol, which is the I believe he's the grandson or something like that of Manuk Bol. Those are Egyptians, man. Super tall, crazy tall. All right, that's where Goliath came from. Okay, they were super tall and they were super dark. So how can Moses be blend in with the Egyptians and be a so-called white man? All right. I mean, and how can he do the miracle where he put his hand in his bosom and took it out and it became white, which is leprosy, excuse me. Right? So that's another point that according to the scriptures, looking the way he looks, this devil that you see on the screen looks, is leprosy. All right? And we could prove that 1,000,000 times over. Matter of fact, I'll end it on that, man. Because you devils, man, you devils are through, man, and you're easy, man. You're not even a challenge to deal with, man. That's why you're getting all mad and upset, because no one's believing your lies anymore. Okay? And this is an example of when the Most High cursed Miriam because she was speaking against her and Aaron were speaking against against Moses. And I'll just jump to the point. And the anger of the Lord was kindled. This is Numbers 12:9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against him, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly. And wherein we have sinned. Okay, let me read that again, Salakia. Let me slow down now. This is Numbers 12:10. And the cloud departed off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Right? So leprosy is to be what? White as snow. So when you're white, when you have that light, pale complexion where you can't stand out in the damn sun, right? Like the albinos have. They have this. Basically, the Edomites have the same type of condition as the so-called albinos, because the albinos can't come out in the sun. They just have a bit more severe case of it. All right, but you Edomites have the same condition. Okay, right, and vitiligo is another thing. Vitiligo is it would be unclean leprosy, right? Because that's when you have those spots and stuff like that. This would be known as a clean leopard, but he would still be cast out. He wouldn't be allowed to be in the camp looking like that, just like Miriam was. Miriam was white from head to bottom, and she was cast out. And it says, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O power, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. Which, what does that show you? That shows you to look like this devil is a shame. That's why the Lord said, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Because it's a shame to look like this guy, man. You see? To have melanin is natural. All right, so you saying the Lord came back looking like a so-called white man? That means the Lord came back needing suntan lotion, man, or sun cream. All right, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak with Dash, and Shalom to you, sincere Akim.